Alright guys, diecastmania here with another video, and today we're going to be doing a model review of a very uncommon model, or two rather, the 1/45th scale Terex NHL TR50 rigid frame haul truck. Now, for those of you that have watched the TR100 review, the TR50 is an older model than the TR100 in terms of when they released the scale model, and it is nowhere near as perfect or accurate or nice as the TR100 in 1/50th scale. So that being said, the TR50 it's okay, but I wouldn't pay a whole lot for it unless you are like a model completist. So the Terex NHL brand is a joint venture between Terex and the Inner Mongolia Joint Stock Limited Corporation, which, well, they produce these under license in Inner Mongolia for the Chinese mining market. The TR50 is a 50-ton capacity rigid frame haul truck powered by a Cummins QSX 15C diesel engine, which produces 493 horsepower. The TR50 is one of the models that is unique to the Terex NHL brand, as the Terex trucks produced in Motherwell, Scotland, by Terex themselves, they do not offer a TR50, they only offer a TR45 and a TR60, nothing in between. So anyway, on with the review. As compared to the TR100, the TR50s actually come with a proper box, which I'm not going to show, as it really is just a silver box with Inner Mongolia Joint Stock Company Limited and Terex NHL. It's just a silver box that has pictures of the real machine that are very pixelated. So on with the review. I will reference both at certain times during the review, but for the most part, we'll pull the version in white aside and go with the green version. As Terex NHL, they offer their products in white and green. Really a customer preference, I do believe. But like I said, this model is nowhere near as nice as the TR100. The TR50 is a little more of a bare bones model, and the details are kind of off. The scale is awkward, and it's not perfect, but it is passable. So obviously it rolls. We have some shallow steering to both sides with plastic hydraulic cylinders controlling that. We have the dump box, which raises up decent extent and dumps. And unlike the TR100, we have no suspension on the back at all. As you can see, no suspension, just plastic. We have the rock knockers, which are plastic, just like the TR100, except these ones come warped. And I will show you a defect on the other TR50 momentarily. As you can see, one of the rock knockers is actually installed backwards, so these aren't the highest quality models. But anyway, detail wise, we're starting off with the front. We have the headlights, which actually one of the light clusters fell out in my previous take of this video, so I had to disassemble the model and glue that back in the proper way. We have the Terex badging right here, a decent grille, the cab with the details inside, like the operator seat, the passenger seat, steering console. All the handrails on this are plastic, and they're a little overscale, obviously. We have the step here, we have the recovery hooks or tow hooks here, which are not drilled out, which is on the TR100, the holes are drilled through and they're highlighted in red. We have lights here, air intakes, which you can obviously see the cast line right down the middle. The mirrors, you have to clip on this side mirror, and all the mirrors have this actually reflective silvered surface on them, which is nice. The decaling on the TR50 is nowhere near the quality of the TR100 either. To be brutally honest, you have the pad printing, the masking. You can see where some of the paint leaked and you can see some of the runoff paint and some of the smudges on the decals. But as we can see, the cab, it is a little bit awkwardly sized, as are a lot of things on this model. We have the side flares here on the dump box, which are plastic. Yeah. One of the biggest complaints I have with this model is the transmission. It just dangles very low on both versions of the TR50. As you can see, it's supposed to be much higher. It's supposed to be wedged between the frame, I believe. But on the TR50, they managed to do something wrong, and as a result, a lot of the dimensions on this don't really measure up. And underneath, there's not a whole lot of detail either, and for some reason, on the end of the differential, they decided to put a hitch through it. But while we're at this part, we can see brake lights, indicator, and a horn, or backup alarm. And for engine detail, there isn't a whole lot. It's just casted in there, like I said. So I took this model apart. There's no engine in there. It's just casted. So this is a very simple, primitive model compared to the more refined 1/50th scale TR50 that they commissioned couple years ago, but I believe so. Anyway, it says TR50 on the bottom, 1/45th scale, made in China, and DGAQ.com. I'll have to check that out. Might be the manufacturer of the model or just the company website. But anyway, there's the TR50 made in 1/45th scale by an unknown Chinese manufacturer. I believe the white version of this model is harder to find. But anyway, they are okay models. Wouldn't really pay too much for them, as they have obvious quality defects, and the steering doesn't really sit right, leading to the stance on the front tires. But overall, they're decent models and a welcome addition to the collection. So there you go. Thanks for watching.